I've been going on walks for the past, honestly, it's going on 4 weeks now. I do 6 miles every single day. It's mostly just it's to get moving throughout the day, and I've always been a early riser, and because of that, I've always just enjoyed walking in the mornings. Honestly, I don't think there's any negatives doing that, so I just started doing it. And also, it's 6 miles, so you can there's a certain health benefit and weight loss benefit of doing that too, which is, I'm not sure what we're going to do today. I do kind of, when I got out of the house, I've spent a week plus in the house just doing TikTok, just working, because we work from home. And because of that, I'm kind of getting stir crazy. So I think we may go to Nashville. It would give us something to do. And considering Tennessee has been in a heat wave for the past couple of weeks, it's not nearly as bad as it was a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, it was probably the hottest that I've ever experienced. Considering it's still hot and muggy outside, I think we'll go inside somewhere. And the best place to do that is typically Nashville. One of the benefits to doing TikTok and getting a whole slew of things is you get a whole slew of things. One of the downsides is you forget sometimes what you get, and I forget to make videos about things. And one of those things is actually going to be this case right here. This is just like, it's a display case, I guess. But I wanted something to put this Luger in. For those of you that don't know anything about World War II, that is a P-38 Luger from World War II. It does have the engravings that would be on a firearm of that era, and I wanted a place to like store it. I wanted to display it, but I wanted to store it safely because it's just kind of been out collecting dust, and that's not good for it. And I found that, and I ordered that. I just forget. I honestly can't remember when it got here. I was cleaning my office up upstairs, and it was there from a TikTok package that I forgot to make a video about. So it's one of those things, though. Honestly, I find myself, when I walk by, I will actively look at it and admire it, which I think the older I get, I feel like those are important things to have that have nothing to do with work, nothing to do with your job or anything really. Just having cool things like that give you like the opportunity to like kind of I guess, yeah, admire it. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it, but yeah. Anyway. Past few weeks, I've been getting more packages than I normally do, mostly just because TikTok's kind of like the thing. The more you request or the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And I've been putting more into it, and it's great. I'm not complaining at all. But the one downside is the amount of packages that you have, and that's a fraction of what was already here. That was with me spending most of the day a couple days ago committing to cleaning my room up because it's been taken over by that stuff. But that's the studio or the set, I guess. I don't know. That I'm currently using because one, the garage is just way too hot, and two, I think it looks pretty nice. A couple other updates on the studio that I think you might be interested in, that I'm at least interested in, is I've actually added a few things to my drum set. I added my SPD back into the whole thing, which I like it mostly just because it gives me more options when I'm playing stuff. It gives me like more of like it's a different sonic landscape, I guess, than without it. I also tried out these snare weights. I had the original snare weight and I sold it. I shouldn't have, but I sold it. And this is their M81, which is surprisingly affordable. It's like $30 and it does exactly what I wanted it to do. I like Moon Gels, but Moon Gels do have an expiration date. And one thing I don't like about them is they stain your drum heads, as you can probably tell by this guy right there. That's stained. That's a Moon Gel right there. That's stained. And I didn't want to deal with that, so I decided to try something a little bit different. And so far, so good. Another thing, I don't think you can see it, but I added a foot switch, and that goes to this drum pad right there. It's just there's an actual foot switch 1/4 inch, and that is basically so I can trigger a kick drum or any other sample that I would really want to use. Yeah, it's been fun. I like it. I did have extra snare right next to me, but it made it getting in and out of here way harder than it should be. So I kind of took that one away. But that's the little update for the drum set. Not much has changed past that. I've been thinking about moving my '60s kit, not the kit, the kick drum, the one that's over here, like right between there against the wall. Been thinking about putting that one in the place of that kick drum because I think that one sounds a little bit better. I like the toms on the Gretsch, but I like the kick drum on the Ludwig. But I just honestly, it hasn't been a pressing thing to do, and I just haven't wanted to commit to doing that. But I probably will do that eventually. I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine that recently moved out of Nashville a few weeks ago. And there's something whenever you talk about something and you actually have a discussion with somebody besides like you just having it in your brain like rattling around, it does something to where it just feels more, you tend to agree with it more or you tend to push back on it more, depending on where you stand. And the subject of the conversation was me doing music for myself and not doing it for like a job, because for years it was for a job and I loved it. But now it's definitely just more of a passion or a hobby. It's kind of gone back to what it originally started with, and I like it more that way. And that whole thing right there, completely for my own like enjoyment. And that's pretty much it. And I think it's okay to have those kind of like selfish hobbies and things to do as long as like you're not hurting anybody else, obviously. But I think it's okay to have those things that are just for you. And it goes for me with the drums. It's always had a special place because I had it during my formative years when I was trying to figure life out. So it has that like deep, meaningful connection that I hope everybody has some kind of connection to. But for me, it goes so much deeper than just the drums themselves. And I kind of got lost in like doing it as a job and money whenever money was exchanged, and it kind of lost that. And since that aspect of it has gone away, the other has come back, which I wouldn't trade that for anything. And when I was talking to my friend, there was like a moment where it just clicked, and I've kind of been leaning more into that, and it's made me want to play them more and enjoy it more. So I've been playing drums a lot more frequently. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that, or am I not alone in that? I don't know. Well, took us an hour to get here. It actually wasn't that bad. And the nice thing about going on It's Monday is there's nobody here, so we can just literally wander around. I don't know what it is about Bass Pro Shop, but it's calming. I think it's the lighting, to be completely honest with you. And it kind of feels like you're going to an amusement park that's air conditioned. Am I the only one that thinks that? It's kind of like the same vein as Buc-ee's-ish. After Bass Pro Shop, we went ahead and just did some other random shopping, and then eventually we just came home after a few stores, and then we actually went straight into mowing the lawn, which we both were procrastinating, but it's fine. And then now Savannah has a phone call, or I guess we both have a phone call, and while Savannah is handling that phone call or taking the brunt of it, I'm cooking us dinner, because it is currently 5:30, and the last time we ate was 11, so we're both pretty hungry. But yeah. All right, with that, I think I'm gonna call the vlog here. I don't know what the frequency is going to be for these videos. I just want to create more, not have any reason besides just enjoy doing it. Yeah, if you did enjoy this, let me know. I don't know if it's going to be a daily thing. There'll probably be days where it's back-to-back days, but there will probably be days where I don't do it, just because I don't want it to completely take over everything. I don't know, it'll be a fluid thing, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. And if you have any suggestions for vlogs, whether it be drumming content, shooting content, just random vlog stuff like I was today, feel free to let me know. I know there is a mixed audience with this YouTube channel, which I really think is cool, and it makes it special. Yeah. With that, thank you for hanging in there if you've made it this far. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.